Hey, everybody. Welcome to Popular Unknown Paintball Live. And yes, it is Monday night. This is not my normal time frame. I try to always do it on Wednesday nights, but I have a very busy week and I had to do something. And I couldn't, in good conscience, do my show over top of Fred Schultz's show because I love that show and I try to watch it as often as I can. So I couldn't do it Tuesday. So I thought, I'll do it on Monday because I have to do it. I missed last week's show because my apartment was way too hot. And this Thursday, I am flying out to Denver at like 6 o'clock in the morning, which means I have to be at the airport for 3 o'clock in the morning to get things done. And there's no way I can pack up, have everything done. I'm working all day Wednesday. I don't know what I'm going to do. So not sleep, I'll tell you that. Luckily, I'm going to Denver a couple days early because I have to get acclimatized to the height. I don't know if you guys know that or not, but they call Denver the Mile High City for a reason. And there is such a thing as altitude sickness, and it sucks. So if I'm going to be playing at Dynamic on the weekend, I need a couple days to make sure that I'm used to the climate. So yeah, holy crap, 14 people watching. That's awesome. And it's a Monday night. Anyway, so let's get this bowl rolling. I've got Fred Schultz in the green room, and I know he is going to make fun of me for monologuing even a little bit because it's got to happen. So let's just have a quick shout out to Ultra Silk. They are, Caesar actually has my Auto Mag and my Auto Cocker. I'll talk more about that later. And he just gave it the full boom treatment, the cedar eyes on all that. Ali Remembered Foundation. We'll be talking more about them later. Jelly Ball, because I honestly believe Jelly Ball is going to save paintball. I think that by bringing in kids that are 5 and up to the fields, it brings a whole lot of revenue for new paintball fields, and you have to check them out. So go to jellyball.com for that. Transfuse, because the stuff is just amazing. Amazing so much. I'm drinking it right now. Love it. Thank you so much, Stephen. And last but not least, John Amadea and paintball.media. If you guys get the chance, paintball.media is actually the webpage address. Swing on by because it is a free magazine. There's only one left in North America, and it's there. And I'm thankful that John lets me work and play on the magazine with him and along with the documentaries. So check that out. In any case, let's bring Fred on, and let's get this ball rolling, shall we? See that? You can monologue in under 3 minutes.
You know, I was going to say something about that too. You know, I was just getting used to hearing you talk. It was so cool, you know, and I just finally get in the groove, and boom, you cut it off. Jeez. They say, take a drink. Don't let me bother you.
And for everybody that doesn't know, this is Mr. Fred Schultz, the living legend himself, and I am so thankful to have him on. Now, I know in the title, I have invited Bill Bailey, which is Fred Schultz. If you're what was his name? John, yeah, you're Ed McMahon Carson. To Johnny Carson. Exactly. I love Bill so much.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Great guy.
He's having some internet issues, but he'll join in when he can, if he can. In the meantime, so this is just an impromptu show.
Yep.
I just wanted to shoot the breeze, hang out, talk paintball, and just hang out because I missed last week's show because my apartment was just way too hot. And I just
we could sit and shoot the breeze for about a month.
I know we could.
Yeah, I mean, without a problem. First, I want to start, Steve, by thanking you for inviting me on here tonight.
Are you going to monologue on my show now?
No. No. If I do, you might as well go get a sandwich. No.
And mute.
Yeah. That's kind of a private joke, everybody. When I do my show, I have my monologue and I have my shout outs and everything like that, And I have Steve on and I look in the green room and he's sound asleep. He says, you just talk way too much. So anyhow, I'm going to try to be quiet tonight.
No, don't do that. See, and it's not so much that you, anyway, I'm not going to criticize you. Moving right along.
You're going to wait till the camera's off. I know how you work.
All right. So we have somebody saying hola. And we have Jennifer Montresor saying, hi, Steve, safe travel. Hi, Jen. Great to see you. And then we've got Randy Martinez. I will see you there on Sunday. So that's at Dynamic Paintball. And then we got Kevin, who always checks me out on YouTube, which I love, saying, hey, Steve. Now this person's yelling out moose, so I'm guessing that is probably Connor from down under.
Yep.
Oh, and we got
Kathy Alvarez,
the other living legend herself.
I seen her this weekend. She was looking great.
Yeah, she was. I saw some pictures.
Yeah,
we
we're up at the NXL. It was pretty cool.
We got Facebook user saying nice jersey, Steve. Well, if that says Facebook user nice jersey, that may be Robert Hansen that also said Moose, because it's Robert and Connor that like calling me Moose. I'm not against being called Moose. It's just,
well, that's actually some of the good things to be called. I mean,
yeah.
I've heard
there's worse.
Yeah. And I've been called them, so I know.
We got William Lamb saying, "Hey, Steve, it's great to see you," and we got Safe Travels, bruh. All right, I'll take it. It's better than.
That's right, and no safe travels. So yeah.
So there's so much we can talk about, but one of the things I wanted to ask you about was you went to the NXL.
Yes, I did. Had a great time, actually. And I was going to go play with a team called Envy, but I'm kind of sporting a bad ankle right now. I twisted it about 2 weeks ago, and it's still pretty sore. So I'm trying to get it healthy enough, because I'm going to Monte Casino in Illinois at
that's September 11th, correct?
Yes, the 11th and 12th. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to do it. Hey, Robert Hansen's watching too.
Yes, that was him that was saying
very cool guys.
Nice jersey.
Yeah,
because he's part of Destiny Midwest as well.
Yeah. So, Steve, when I was up there, I seen all kinds of really cool things. I'll get into the people in a little bit, but something that you're involved in is something I actually got to check out when I was there, and something that you mentioned in your 30-second monologue was Jelly Ball.
Yes.
Now, when I was there, and I feel bad because I was up there with Keith Kissel,
right?
And I was there the first day. I didn't go back the second day. I told the people I went in and I met him at Jolly Ball and everything like that. And they knew who I was, and I talked to them, and I told them I would be coming back there. And by the time I got done talking, I couldn't even talk. I was so hoarse. Right. So I just went home, and I didn't go back the next day. Well, Keith Kissel went up there the next day, and he says that they were looking for me because I was going to get information about it. They had the whole setup, buddy. They had the arena, and, along with the little blow-ups inside, they just had the whole 9 yards. And I got to tell you, you were absolutely right about bringing kids along and them having a good time, because all these little guys were out there just having an absolute riot.
Tearing it up.
I'm telling you, yeah. I wanted to get in there, but, they would have probably shot the heck out of me and made me look bad. So I just didn't do it.
See, that's the beautiful thing. There's not really a whole lot of rules, especially when they're 5 years old.
Yeah.
Or 96 like you are. Like,
yeah, I know that's a problem though. You go home and go, yeah, 5-year-old just whipped the heck out of me. You just can't do it. So,
I have the full set of bunkers. So I've got 10 full-size sup air bunkers with Jelly Ball on it. I've got 14 guns, and I've got 12 masks. So I have a roving party that can set up in people's backyards.
Yep.
And so that I can show it off at events and things like that as well. But the thing that I like about it is that the guns are all battery powered, so you don't have to worry about the danger of compressed air, things like that.
Yep.
So that's a big plus. The guns are also very light, so little kids can play. Like, I mean, you've been at fields many times where the little kids, all they want to do is play, but you can't let them because they can't lift the guns. I mean, when you've got 200 rounds of paint and a giant tank and the whole thing's metal, and heaven forbid it was back in the late 80s, early 90s where you actually had to pump the suckers.
Well, and besides that, it weighed 200 pounds back in the day,
Right. I mean, and you had to go
right through. Yeah, exactly. Yep.
So these little things, they're like airsoft, they're fully automatic, and they don't hurt. Like, I mean, it's like getting snapped with an elastic band.
And
so
it's
you
water.
Feel it. It's actually a salt polymer that's got water in it. So there's no mess. The parents aren't going to get upset about it.
Right.
And then you have to go to Jelly Ball, reach out to them, tell them I said hi, ask them how much it costs for 500,000 rounds, 500,000 rounds. It comes in a little jug.
That's what I heard.
About the size of your orange juice that you buy every week. Like, it's just like an orange juice jug, and Oh, wait a second.
Yeah, I
Ask
see Caesar.
Fred. Ask Fred if can using the cross on the field
Uh,
when he plays jelly ball.
and I was going to talk so nice about Caesar tonight too, and all the boom treatment and all that stuff because I'd seen the video that he did on your marker. He
Yeah.
did it on mine too, and it just it's phenomenal. I mean, his product is absolutely outstanding. We were at the World Cup, Woods Ball World Cup. I'll go. Okay.
Right.
And anyhow, we're out there and we're talking, and I'm just happened to mention. I go, yeah, I says this guy here has got a cover for that guy over there, and he started messing with me. He goes, oh, I don't understand it. And I go, you don't understand it. I said, this guy's got a cover for this guy. He says, because this guy can't be looking straight ahead, or this guy's going to whack him. He has to go like. And I said, it's like the X Factor. Well, let me tell you. Then he starts laughing. So he was busting my chops the whole time he was doing it. That's Caesar. Everybody out there. He's a funny guy. He's a great person. I don't care what Steve says. And he just has a terrific product. And Steve, I'd seen a video of your marker.
Which one? He's got both two of them.
I think it was the autococker. I'm not sure. I
Yes.
looked real quick when we were shooting it.
And that autococker is a constant pursuit cocker, right?
Yes, that's what I read that too.
Yeah.
I read up on your stuff. I watch your show. I listen, baby. Come on, I'm informed. That's how I knew about the X Factor, Caesar.
So everybody needs to know about Bubbles. It's called Bubbles because it's about one of 6 or 7. It was a Jeff Orr custom, and they used bubble wrap to get this weird anodizing. So it's a black gun, and then it's got this orange to gold fade with a little bit of red, red to gold fade bubbles that are completely random all over it. Yeah. People either think it's the ugliest gun they've ever seen, or they think it's the coolest gun they've ever seen. I fall on the cool side of it.
Yep, me too.
But it was used by Paul Darnborough. It was bought straight from Bud Orr back in the day, and Bud and Jeff, I think it was. And there was very few that were anodized like that because it didn't sell that well, apparently. And
well, they only did a run, Bud only did run as so many, the color is just so many. So it's, a lot of that stuff, it's not like it didn't sell good. It just is, there was only so many of them, period.
Well, it's not just that though, but this was actually what Jeff Orr was making. Like these were just like limited runs, and they only did like 6 just to see what people thought of the anodizing.
Exactly. Yep.
So they did it as an experiment, and so Paul Darnborough bought it. And, anyway, he built it up, and it was the best back in the late 90s. It was just, you couldn't get a nicer gun. And then it sat for a long time, and Caesar was saying that the 3-way had pitted a little bit on the inside and it needed to be rebuilt. So Caesar fully Caesarized it.
Yeah.
So it's got all new Shock Tech front pneumatics. It's got a fat hammer in it. It's just rocks.
I sent him mine. I still got it over here. He put the whole front end on mine.
Yes.
He redid the whole front end on it.
Yep. So he's done. So that's what happened to mine as well. So it's got the short throw bomb 3-way, and it's.
I want to know though. Get it. You're gonna love it, Steve. I mean, and it even sounds different when you shoot it. It's got a different kind of pop to it. I guess it's just because maybe everything is so smooth now,
It could be. But he also did my Beast, my purple automag.
Yep.
So I don't know.
I knew he had both of them.
Yeah. So they're getting shipped to Denver, and I'll get a chance to try them out this weekend.
Oh, outstanding. Yeah, you're gonna, like I say, he's got a terrific product. He really, really does. And he stays pretty darn busy too. He kind of went to that Monster game or wherever he went the last time. Just
Iron City Classic.
That's it. Yeah, the ICC is where he was. He was swamped coming back home with a ton of stuff. Oh, there you go.
Detroit Fusion Ultra Silk. It's the Team Tech shirt.
Very cool. Hey, that's cool that you got shirts hanging up behind you. I like that.
I only hung this up to show off Caesar.
I got you. Oh yeah. Well, you have to get a wide angle to show off Caesar. Come on. Or a double camera and show them half and half. That's the only way you could do this, So.
And I'm just going to show that he actually said that he loves you, both you and Bill.
Yeah, he says that now before that last comment.
Oh, and Jeff Thompson's in the house.
Now there's a gentleman.
Booney boy.
Now there is a real gentleman. Jeff Thompson is.
He wants Bubbles really bad, and now he's really not getting it. when I bought bubbles from Paul said that if I'm going to sell it, it has to either go to a Booney Boy or go back to him, but I got to give it a chance to go back to him first. Now, why he never plays anymore, I don't know. But my son absolutely loves it.
Yeah, I've seen the pictures of them. They look great.
Yeah,
Hey,
so
it's funny though. If you keep calling it bubbles, man, it sounds like a pole dancer. You got. I know you might want to work on something different. Yeah.
I am totally fine with it.
You've been watching Caesar.
I am totally fine with it being referred to as a pole dancer. I'm totally good with that.
That's really strange. You knew their moves, but I'm not going to get into that. And
let's
Bobby
just leave it at.
Is watching. Oh, go ahead.
Let's just leave it at. Been there, done that.
Yeah, we were all young once, although I don't remember it. But yeah, real quick, back to the jelly ball thing.
Yep.
Have you seen the blow it up? I guess compound that they have that you can get with it.
Yes.
That is so cool. I wanted to find out, what they must be selling a package. There must be some kind of package.
Nope. I have access to the dealer page. But I'm not going to give out prices because that's something
you don't want to do that. Yeah.
But you can get a package for 12 guns, 12 masks, 500,000 rounds, the special cups that you use as barrel blocks. They're like an orange thing that folds over. I really ought to have a jelly ball gun here so I can talk about it when people ask me. And then they give you 12 sets of safety goggles, a couple buckets, strainer, like just basically everything you need to get started and roll a party of 12.
Right.
Now, personally, I would never roll full 12 because you want to have extra guns, extra batteries, extra whatever. So I would keep it down a little bit. But
yeah, absolutely right.
Somebody yelling my name. But yeah. So that's
Steve.
And then you can buy the jelly ball airsoft bunkers separate. And then you can buy the field separate. And the field is 30 feet by 60 feet.
Yes, it is. You got to have a heck of a backyard. But what I don't know if I should talk on the air or off the air about this. But what I was thinking about is if we get something like this, if I get something like this, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put an ad out that I'm going to be at a certain place at a certain time, and to bring your kids and come and try it out. Because how many people got a backyard that's 30 by 60? I mean, that's well, yeah, but
you can set up at parks and things like that.
Part of it.
It's Zoe. I don't know if you know who Zoe is, but so John Tankersley, he owns Tank Paintball, and he's also the main guy behind. And Zoe is his daughter, and she's awesome. I hope she's feeling better. I know she had a bit of a low potassium, which she's been fighting some medical issues, and so my prayers go out to you, Zoe. I'm glad to see you're watching.
Me too. And hello, Zoe.
She's awesome. She's just a riot. She's actually part of the Valkyries with Kathy Alvarez.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not sure how much she's playing, but pardon?
There was some more of the Valkyrie girls up there this weekend. I guess there's like 24 of them right now, and
yes.
And then I was telling Kathy, I said, you might want to consider putting in a couple teams. But the thing is, sometimes not everybody can make it. So, you got to kind of be careful when you go that route also. So, but I know everybody's looking for the Woods Ball next year. I just cannot wait. Period. And Zoe, I cannot wait to meet you either. That was very, very cool.
It was cool.
Yeah, very sharp.
Well, I know with the Valkyries, Kathy's got a couple ladies in England. She's got a lady up here in Canada. Zoe's in Texas outside of Houston. Pardon?
So I said there was like 5 or 6 of them out at NXL tournament this last weekend, and that's pretty cool. And let me tell you something. There's a couple of them girls that absolutely rock. I mean, do not take them for granted because they will smoke you like a cheap cigar. Some of these girls can really play paintball. Amazing.
Well, they are the girl on girl team out of Northern California, right?
Yep, that used to be girl on girl. Now it's something different. But
right.
But that's who they are, and they are just Lexi. She is just an outstanding player. I mean, wait till you see some of these girls, because I hope you're gonna be at Woods Ball next year.
That is my plan. Like I had the opportunity to play 5-man with Rob Walker and Team Fox using my automag, and
Yep, I
then
know, Rob.
Kevin Donaldson invited me to play on the Master Blasters as an alternate on 10-man.
Yeah, they were
And
short some guys too, I understand.
yeah, and like they were like, Steve, we're begging you to play, but my back was really hurting after sleeping
Yeah.
on the thing. My goal is to be not just at Woodsball World Cup, but competitive. I'll be playing with the ARF Corsairs, which is the Ally Remembered Foundation Corsairs.
Right.
And I'm going to be playing 10-man for that. So, yep. Oh, there's a whole new logo and everything that I've designed. I can pull it up later if you want to see it.
Yeah, I would.
But
you know, the Woods Ball, I think you're going to enjoy the heck out of it.
Yeah.
I really do. I mean, in fact, I got a new uniform coming out for Woods Ball next year, and it's a tree. So, you know, I look pretty cool. I just stand out there like that, and I wait till they run by me, and then I go snatch the flag. Last year, you know, we got smoked last year because, you know, my team, the band. But it was just a lot of fun. But the point is, we were drawing straws to see who had to run the flag back. Nobody wanted to run it back. Nobody minded pulling it, but nobody wanted to take it across the field. So it was pretty funny.
See, but that's the thing. I want to be not just on a team. I want to be dangerous. Like I flat out want to be dangerous. So that is my goal. So that when I hit the Woodsball World Cup in the spring next year, like May or June, because I don't think the date's fully set. It's
not set
between
yet, no.
2 weekends.
Exactly.
But I want to be able to hit that field, and I want to just shove my barrel right down people's throats. You know what I mean?
Well, all eyes are going to be on you now. You know, that's why I use the tree thing and tell everybody I suck, because then if I go out there and I don't suck, I look damn good. Well, but you got to be careful. You say you're great.
I don't believe that I'm great, but what I am is I started out, I was 223 pounds, which doesn't sound like a lot, but I was always a really, really skinny guy. Mm-hmm. And so all that extra weight's been pulling on my back and hurting on my knees and whatnot. And so I started a diet about 2 weeks before World Cup, and I'm down about 15, 16 pounds at this point. It's fluctuating a little bit because I'm having to recreate habits, but I'm exercising daily. I'm doing extra stretches. I'm just my goal is Woodsball World Cup to be healthy and in full attack mode. And so that for future games, if I go to play wherever, I'm going to be light, I'm going to be fast, and I can play aggressive again and not just waddle to a bunker. And
so basically, you don't want Mr. Fred's donut diet, is what you're trying to say.
Oh, I totally want it. I'm just not going to eat it.
Hey, and you know what? Hey, Bobby Doris, you know, the Booney Boys are coming there next year.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, I love the Booney Boys. Everybody knows that. You know, I mean, we go way back. 5 of them came and played on Constant Pursuit for a couple tournaments down here, Chicago the World Cup. Yeah, and I got to tell you, it was just nothing short of outstanding. The best bunch of guys. And you know something too, Steve? I've had them on my show a couple times, and when I have them on, you know, I take and I promo it a couple days ahead of time, and the response is just great. I mean, the people just love to listen to these guys. They are just really, really cool.
Oh, they're hilarious.
Oh, they are. And they're funny.
They've been kicking my ass since 1989.
Have they really? All right.
That's how I became a member. I've never actually played a tournament on their side.
Right.
But everything that I learned about paintball, how I learned how to set up and time and autococker, all that, I was always on the field. They say, "Hey, do anybody want players? Anybody want to play to help us practice?" I'd always put up my hand, but they were always such a tight group of guys. I always wanted to play on the team, but they were locked. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they are. And they're tight too.
I respect that, and they're still tight to this day.
Yeah, they sent me a jersey, so I've got a Booney Boys jersey. But you know, when I was up there playing at the Dome, that's where I first seen them. It was a 5-man tournament, and they were just rocking. And they came off the field and they just came over to me and we started talking. And that's what really sold me on. Because you know me, you can be the greatest player in the world, but if you're a jerk when you step off the field, I just don't want nothing to do with you. You know, that's not how I roll. I just like nice people, win, lose, or draw. And these guys got off and they were just terrific. And yeah, I just love the Booney Boys, period. Cut and dry.
So, yeah, no, but so as for Woods Bowl World Cup, am I going? Yes, I am.
Good.
My bags are packed. I'm ready to go.
Because I know you're going to do the Ellie Remember thing. I know you're leaving Thursday now.
Yes.
I heard you say.
Now, I'm not going. Well, I am going for the Ellie Remember. I'm flying out Thursday because I want to hang out with my good buddy Mike O'Lear. He's Big Mike, who owns Dynamic Paintball in Denver.
Right.
And his son has significant autism. So for lots of years, he's been having an autism fundraiser. And so since it was the week before the Allie Remembered the Punishers Law Enforcement Motorcycle Club ride against domestic violence.
Right.
So since it was the weekend before, I'm flying out early. I'm going to hang out at Dynamic Paintball and play and ref and just have fun. Then I'm spending the week at Andy's driving him crazy. And we're going to go into the mountains and shoot guns and just generally create chaos. Yeah. And then come the weekend, we are going to be running chase vehicles for the Punishers Law Enforcement Motorcycle Club.
Right.
And they're going to be raising funds. And they're going to be donating some money to the Allie Remembered Foundation. And we thought, well, we thank you, but let's help you because that's what we do.
Yeah.
So we've got a fully deckled up Allie Remembered Foundation trailer and truck. And so we've actually got 2 trailers, 2 trucks, and we're going to be rolling in behind in case anybody has an issue with the motorcycles or whatnot and spare foods and stuff like that.
Know all about it, buddy. A lot of runs this kid went on.
We're bringing some Jelly Ball. We're going to rip it up at the We're going to rip it up the hotel on the top of the mountains of the Rocky Mountains. How cool is that?
That'll be, especially up there because the air is thin. You know, a Jelly Ball will probably carry a half mile. You know, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Why
aren't you coming? You like riding the hogs?
Yeah, I do. Oh yeah, I rode for years. I got tons of pictures. Matter of fact, of me on them.
But do you still have the hog?
No, I sold it. Yep, I sold it. I might get another one. I'll never know. You know, I just went and looked at oh God, I just went and looked at a new truck the other day, but you know, it's like $73,000. I'm like, oh my God, for a truck, you know, and anyhow. So yeah, I'm still thinking about what I want to do yet here in the future.
That's a lot of money for a truck. Like that must be fully nice loaded. Truck,
well, let Cadillac, me tell you, the one I wanted was the new. Well, no, I always get that. I go Dodge.
All right, I'm sorry.
Limited. But yeah, they had a Dodge there that was really nice. It was an XDS or XDC or something like that. And it was $130,000. I mean, it was cool, but for $130,000, I got my daughter calling me. Cool. She can call me back though.
Tell Jessica I said hey.
Oh, too late. I would have, but I will tell her afterwards, yeah, because she watches your show too. Yeah,
but
always,
I'm surprised we have anybody watching at all because this is not my Monday night. This isn't my night.
Well, yeah, but you know, I mean, I guess you know, together we might be entertaining. You never know. That could be something.
We should you know what? We should actually just have our own show on a different night.
I tried to tell you that. I tried that. You know what? Everybody out there, I tried to talk Steve into doing. You know, I said, hey, buddy, you know, let's get together. Let's do a news show and stuff like that. And he goes, what kind of news? Well, there's only one kind of news, and that's whatever happening. You know, just like you going there. And the reason I'm not going to the Ellie Remember thing is I would actually love to go and do that, but I am leaving to go to Illinois to play in a Monte Casino game.
Yeah, but that's in September.
Yeah, it's the beginning of September 10th.
I thought it was the 11th.
It's the 10th, 11th, and 12th.
Right.
What it is. Everybody's
so 2 weeks after.
There's something going on. Yeah, 2 weeks after. But I don't want to go there, come back, leave again, come back, because I'm going to go do I believe I'm going to the World Cup, which I'm hoping you're going to be at there. And that's in November. Yes, November, right? And that's down in Orlando. So, you know, I'm hoping to do that too. Matter of fact, on my show tomorrow night, that's we're talking NXL tomorrow night.
Nice.
About the tournament that just happened. It was pretty cool. Had a lot of cool vendors there. I got to see a lot of old friends. So I enjoyed it. It was pretty cool. A little bit of a rat race, but it was pretty cool.
Well, thank you for the first time watching, John. This is now normally, just so you know, I'm normally on Wednesday nights. And if you're loving my show, you have to go to Flagpole Productions tomorrow night and catch this guy with his man Bill Bailey, who was supposed to be on tonight, but I guess he doesn't love me anymore.
Well, hey, everybody out there, the people that are watching, what would you guys think of Steve and I doing a show together every week and doing a news show? Just general talk about what's going on. What has just happened, like Paintball News back in the day that Rainey and Juvie Boucher used to run. It was fabulous. You'd pick up that paper, you'd see what just happened, what was coming up, where all the fields were, what was the hottest news, what was the hottest equipment. Tell us what do you think? Do you think Steve and I should do something like that?
Apparently Zoe likes it.
Oh, I love Zoe.
Right?
Okay. Yeah. So
all right. Well, she told us now we have to do it, but you and I have to figure this out after I get back. Or actually, I guess we could chat while I'm in Denver, because what am I going to do in Denver from like Monday to Friday?
Chat with me. Yeah, that'll work. So I just think something like that I think would be cool.
I agree.
I hate to put you on the spot like this on live on air here, but that's how I do things.
And I love the idea. I really do. I just my big concern is that we just have to make sure that we have a structure so that when the news comes out, I don't sound like the normal babbling idiot that I am. And I want to sound more professional, like.
So you're going to leave like the babbling idiot part to me then, huh? I got this now. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I guess we're kind of like yin and yang,
I won't even ask which one I am either. But yeah, you're right.
You're in the Hall of Fame for being the greatest paintball promoter of all time.
I don't know. I think
that's why you're there.
People looking at me. I don't know.
Ask Dan Colby. Let's just ask half the people in your monologue that takes a half an hour. I'm not going to rattle that off because we'll be here for another forever. But just ask the people in your monologue. That's why you're in the Hall of Fame.
I love it. Well, I appreciate that very much. But Kathy Alvarez thinks we should do it too.
Oh, all right.
And Jeff Thompson says, as long as it's not naked news, he'd watch. Now that's pretty funny. Yeah, I know it. Yeah. Well, there goes my dinner. Thanks, Steve.
Hey, I'm saving you money, getting you on a diet too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true too. Get off Fred Schultz's donut diet. But I think that would be pretty cool. See, talk shows are going well. They see people looking. Yeah, well, Steve and I, Steve, I thought it was funny when it died, when I first met him. And then I've been working with him, and now pretty soon, once I've seen his mouth start curling up a little bit, and I thought, the guy is smiling. Don't stop. So I've been tearing into him ever since. But look at him laugh. He's laughing now. See?
I'm always laughing.
I know. Hey, it's only when you look at me. That's kind of hurtful.
Well, you're the only one else on the screen other than myself. Yeah. I got to be saying, damn.
Well, yeah, I'll tell you, he he always tells me, he goes, you're funny. And I go, we're not talking about looks, are we? And he changes the subject. So, I got to tell you.
So anyway.
Yeah, going back to nothing. Well, let us know about that, everybody out there. Everybody watching. I'm also going to mention it tomorrow night on my show, also what they would think about Steve and I doing a news show together, and keeping it light. We'll tell you what's going on, what new stuff's coming out, yada, 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 but keeping it light like we're doing right now. No stress, just facts.
Yep.
Yep.
I love the idea. I absolutely love the idea.
Cool. Well, I don't have to sell you, just everybody else now.
Well, you know what? It's kind of like that whole field of dreams thing. If you build it, they will come. I mean, you got to put the hard work into it.
That's what I hear. And John Jones just says Jack Wood's birthday.
Yeah. That guy's a genius, and he's hilarious. Have you ever read some of his posts or what he's done?
No. Because I will now.
He's just a riot. I'm sure you've met Leds. Because Leds came in just as you were getting ready to take your break and go gold hunting.
Heading out, yeah.
But
You know who's also funny too is Joshua Silverman. You ever see some of his posts?
he's on my show all the time.
Yeah, I love the guy.
Not all the
He's
time,
great. Yeah,
but
enough times. Yeah, he's part of the band too. He's on the band, so
yeah, he's the photographer.
Yep. You know, when he was at Woods Ball, in one day on Saturday, he took over 2,000 pictures in
You
one
can
day.
thank John Amadea for that.
Unbelievable. Is that right?
Yeah, John Amadea got him his start in paintball, right? Just John Amadea owned the paintball field, and with what's the guy's name? He's an icon of his own. Yeah, John's gonna slap me
we'll
for
call
this.
him the other guy.
Pardon?
I said for lack of time, we'll just call him the other guy for right
sure,
now.
the other guy. Anyway,
Okay.
Josh Silverman showed up with this old beaten up Tippmann 68 Special. You know, the ones that were the siphon, and they were the first semi-autos that were just like a standard 68 caliber, not the stick feed one, but anyway.
Go ahead.
So he came in and they owned the store together, as I remember the story. And Josh was like 15, 16 or whatnot. Anyway, they helped him put the gun back together. Then he worked at the field, and he's worked with John on all the different magazines he was part of, like Paintball 2 Extremes and Paintball Media. And there's 2 other magazines in there as well. Anyway, regardless, they've known each other all the time. Well, once the digital cameras came out, Josh was still taking pictures like it was 35 mil. He would only take a picture and a picture and a picture.
Right.
And John Amadea was like, just start snapping. and he would ride him. so now it's Josh just goes like, and
a little different now though. You know, now that it all goes on a chip, so all you do is you pull out the chip, slam on another one, and away you go. So you know, back in the day, you know, especially when Josh started, you know, you had to turn the crank and take a picture and turn. No, Josh is, you know, he's one of them people. For everybody out there who doesn't know Josh Silverman, he works for Belkin, and he is just one of them people you absolutely want to meet, because he is just so kind-hearted and so polite and such a good guy, and he still looks young too. I can't believe that. I don't know what he's drinking. So do you, Steve? What's in that transfuse?
Good stuff. All good stuff.
Yeah, everybody looks young except me. It kind of sucks.
Yeah, but you're not young. That's why.
That's the reason. Oh my God. I had a guy the other day tell me I'd look so bad I could make a freight train take a dirt road. That's
you know what
sad.
most people don't know about? You know what most people don't know about Josh is that before Valken he worked for GI Sports.
Yep.
And before that he was. Do you remember those? You know, I shouldn't say you remember. They still exist. You know those god awful looking Pinocchio loaders. It's like an agitated loader, but it's got that big thing that comes out the front.
Yep.
He helped develop those.
Oh, really?
I mean, I can't stand them, but I know that some people love them. You know, I mean, that's the beautiful thing about paintball. Doesn't matter if you're mag-fed or stock class or airball or whatever. There's room for all of us, right?
Yep.
Can't stand those. But yeah, he had a big part of creating Pinocchio. Like, not so much the inventing, but part of building the company and
together,
marketing and stuff like that.
Yeah, because David Bell came out with the View Loader years ago, and before then, you look at all the old pictures of us playing paintball, and you always wonder why the guys are going like this. Well, it's because you had to shake it because the balls would jam up in the feeder.
Yep.
And that's just how you did it. And so when David Bell came out with the View Loader and he had that little wheel in there. Oh man, it's like the heavens opened up for everybody. It was just absolutely incredible. Now the ones nowadays, yeah. Oh, it was terrific. They used to sponsor me, and David also plays on the band, and he's also going to be at Montecito.
Just rubbing it in that I'm not a member. You just
you're just not a member yet.
Grinding it in there.
I got charge of this, so we'll see what happens here. Yeah, you're not a bad guy. Yeah.
Just keep grinding it in. I'm in the band. I got all these cool people. You're a loser.
Yeah, they are cool people. I'm probably the most uncool guy in the whole damn thing.
Says the guy that's in the Paintball Hall of Fame for being the single greatest paintball promoter of all time. Yeah. Okay. Not cool at all.
Yeah. Well, you look at Bud Orr, you look at Dan Colby. You look at Tim Schloss. These guys, these guys built this sport, everybody. Yeah, I just about did all my shout outs just there. You know that?
I know you did. And I was going to mute you.
Slide that baby
But
in there.
You can say that all you want about creating the products, and that's great. But let's be honest.
Okay, go ahead.
You held a paintball game in a movie studio and televised
That was cool. That was pretty cool. But you know, also who helped me doing that is guys like Dennis Titman Sr., who passed away. You know, God rest his soul. Terrific guy. Dan Colby, Todd Nessler from Vents Goggles. All those guys helped. You know, there was a magnitude of people. I might have been the tip of the spear, but you know, I had a lot of people behind me pushing me, Steve, to do that. And that was one of the coolest things for paintball that I ever did. I was so happy to do that.
I just want to tell John Jones that you can say that. You're not old school until you rock the flame drop forward. But Fred and I started before drop forwards even existed.
That's right.
I started in 1989. We were using 12 grams. There wasn't bulk CO2 was just coming to Canada because different country. You guys had bulk CO2 for about a few months, a year maybe.
Well, I started in '84, and
right.
You know, what's so funny, Steve, is when you used to go play back in the day, you'd run into a bunker, and there would be 5,000 12 grams in that bunker. I mean, you would.
I know.
You almost roll right through them. You know, there was so many of them. And then when the constant air came out, that first 10-ounce tank came out. Everybody was just like, "Oh my God!" You know, and everybody got the adapter and put it on. And then all the seals kept blowing because we'd all take them out and we'd fill them up. Nobody had a scale. We just put it on there and fill that baby up, and pow, the seal would blow out of it. And,
yep.
Yeah.
Or you'd heat it up, or you'd fill it in the morning, and then you would just leave it. And then by this time when you're out there playing in the heat, and all of a sudden, kablam! Like,
well, hey, you know, I can't tell you how many times that happened in guys' cars. I've watched the back windows of a few cars get blown out from that already.
I've seen that too. Wait,
I got to mention real quick. Chica Strada's watching. Chica Strada, you know, you want to talk about somebody that I think is really good for paintball, and not just because he watches Steve's show and he watches my show, but he does it every week. He always chimes in. He always has nothing but good things to say. And I know his dog's name is Chica. That's why I call him Mr. Estrada. So, you know, but, you know, that's the kind of people that I just absolutely love in this sport, Steve.
Right.
You know, people that take the time to, you know, because when somebody watches you or somebody watches me or somebody watches one of the other podcasts, they might not realize it, but what they're actually doing is they're promoting the sport in their own little way by standing behind somebody that's trying to promote the sport like you and I do.
Yeah. And it's nice to have interaction.
It is. I love it. I absolutely love it. So, and you know, I like interaction with you. It's pretty cool. You know, since you've come out of your shell, you've been pretty good. So, yeah, I know. You're number one with me too, buddy. Have a drink.
Oh, we got Hello Gang from the General Paintball Museum.
Oh, that would be Mr. Kenny Stewart.
Yes, it would.
Oh, yeah. Now, there's another great guy. See, that's what I'm talking about. He watches your show. He watches my show. You know, and I got to tell you, people out there, you know, and I'm sure Steve would say the exact same thing if I didn't butt in so fast, is we do appreciate the living hell out of you guys watching us. And just everything about it is cool. And, you know, I can't ever thank you enough. You know, very rare am I lost for words in anything. But, you know, when it comes to thanking people for really helping push the sport along and watching you and I, Steve, and the other podcasts, I'm lost for words.
Well, what I agree with you 100%. Like, what I love about our shows is that you and I really try to recreate the parking lot of a paintball field.
Yep.
On our shows. That's what we do. And we just naturally started doing it. Like, that's just how we wanted to recreate that, because that's the two best parts of paintball. One is playing, and the other part is socializing with your friends at the paintball field and just hanging out and shoot the breeze like you and I are doing right now.
Right.
And I really, really missed that when I was listening to podcasts, and I really wanted to hear that. Do you know what I mean? And still stay on the topic of paintball.
Yeah, I'm not going to down any other podcast because I never roll like that. Everybody's got their own niche. I just do my way, and you do yours your way. I just just like Bud Oro always tells me. He says, when I watch you on your show, Fred, he goes, it's like I'm talking to you like I always talk to you. It's like I watched you on the stage years ago. He goes, you're just never different. It's always the same, and I don't want to try to be somebody else. Right. I just like being who I am. If you don't like me, then you don't like me. I mean, you're not going to please everybody, or they call you God, right?
I could get used to that.
Yeah, I bet you could. Yeah.
It wouldn't be the first time either.
Well, you go to Boston Harbor, you could probably walk on water.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or the Detroit River.
I didn't mean that people in Boston. Now I'm going to get all kinds of hate mail from Boston. Our harbor is not dirty. So, yeah.
I've been to Boston. Too. I don't think anybody's going to say anything.
Yeah, I took my wife to Boston. It was pretty cool. We went and ate at Cheers, and then they had all these tall ships. It was just really cool. All these tall ships were out there in the harbor. It was really cool. I absolutely loved it. So, and Kenny Stewart. Kenny, you're good too. Anybody that doesn't know Kenny Stewart has a General Paintball Museum, and this guy, I mean, he has. If there's a Tipman that was made, Kenny Stewart has it. Take my word for it.
Most of them,
yep. And Kenny just moved from, I believe, Kentucky up to Michigan. Anyhow, he's up in Michigan now.
Why, though? I have no idea.
I something about he loves shoveling snow. That's the only thing I could think of. And it
why
didn't snow enough in
warm
Kentucky.
Weather, the biscuits and gravy. Like, why? Leave all the girls with the southern accents and this. Why?
I absolutely love it. Kenny Stewart. That's what I'm talking about. Great people. I mean, he does a lot for paintball. His museum. I don't know if you've seen it before he moved everything, Steve. But I had him on his show, and I thought he was sitting in a store. I really did. He had glass cases. All the walls were just solid markers, and he's just a great guy. And after I met him, he gets a hold of me and he goes, you know what? He says, I got some great old Tipman markers and some other stuff. He goes, why don't we have a giveaway and get somebody into paintball?
I saw that.
He did that like 2-3 times. He did it for Tracy Perez when I did the Tracy Perez thing, and he just jumps right in. So, like I say, guys like Kenny Stewart, guys like Chica Estrada, ladies like Kathy Alvarez and stuff. I all of these people, because I just feel that they take the time out of their life to watch guys like you and me sit and talk about paintball.
Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't say they take the time just to listen to us. I really think that they get involved because they're involved. Like, this is...
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you and I are talking directly, but the truth of the matter is we've got a feed screen, and when people leave messages, I'm putting it up on the screen and we're answering questions, and they're just as much a part of the show, not just viewers.
I agree.
Now, I still rebroadcast this all onto YouTube as well, and then I really do my best to try to upload them onto audio so that all the people overseas and the people that are commuting and stuff can listen to the show after the fact. Which, by the way, I have to give a shout out to Zach over in Afghanistan. Stay safe, brother. Keep your head down. I can't wait for you to come back.
Hey, KD just jumped in. Kevin Donaldson, everybody.
And Tina Vasquez from the I'll Remember Foundation, and then Kevin Donaldson. By the way, Kevin, it's kind of hard to see. I kind of threw everything together because I'm getting ready to go to Denver, but your hats or the hats right there. So
he loves that hat. You know what? I understand he sleeps with it, but I shouldn't say that on air. But yeah, I guess you do, huh? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I love this hat. I don't know if everybody caught this.
Show it to everybody real quick, because probably not everybody sees it.
So, in memory of Dave Cilio, one of the original Master Blasters, and that's his number. He just passed away recently. Yeah. And so they had this at, a few people had this. I think there's like 5 of them. We're at Iron City Classic. And I got to meet Rosie Now, I've met Rosie in the
I
past.
love Rosie.
I do too. And I said, I complimented him how nice the hat was. And Rosie's, oh, yeah? He goes, I'll get another one. Here, you take this. You just got to make sure you put it on the show every now and then. And so I actually had Rosie and Kevin Donaldson sign it. And Kevin's like, why are you making me sign this? We're friends. Like, what? And I'm like, I'm a geek that way. It's something special that I get to put up, and I love it. Like, you can't see it here, but behind that is Marcus
Caesar?
Davis's
Marcus.
original prototype Predator push mask.
Very cool.
Yeah, like I geek out. I will never wear, or I'll never have a jersey that I didn't earn. Like, I don't mind. Like, I mean, I'm not saying like everything you've got behind you, you earned.
This is
all
nothing.
Those.
This is nothing.
I know, but but let's say somebody said, "Oh, here's a T-shirt or here's a game worn jersey by Ryan Greenspan." I'd be like, "Okay, cool. Here, I'm just gonna give this to the Remember Foundation and auction it off because I didn't earn the jersey. Like, this jersey, I earned this. I played with Destiny Midwest 2019 in Chicago, and like so, that's like this."
I agree partially with you there, Steve, but there's different ways of earning things. Okay. I'll give you a quick example. Where am I at? Wrong way. The Hermans. Okay.
Yes.
Now that's the kids team. That's a spin-off of the Ironman, the OG Ironman. Now, did I go out and play with them to earn that? No. But do I promote them? Do I help sponsor them? Yeah. So there's earning in different ways.
I totally agree. Like, I've got an Ironman jersey. But when Mark Gong said, "Steve, would you like me to put your name on it?" No, please don't put my name on it. Just leave it as a plain Ironman jersey. If I play with you guys, I practice, I earned my name on the jersey. But I'm funny that way. But stuff like this is what I geek out on. Like Davis is just like thinks nothing else. Here's a little memento. Here's something that nobody else has, and this hat. You know what I mean? And just a couple signatures like from Rosie and Kevin.
Yeah. You're talking about guys that I go back 30 some years with. Everybody you just mentioned, they're not just friends of mine. I mean, they're almost like family. They're just absolutely great people. And these are the guys that Steve just mentioned. These are also guys that work their butt off promoting the sport of paintball. You should have been at Woods Cup. Kevin was trying to handle everything, so he was cruising around all the time. But Rosie worked his butt off. Rosie was the main ref on everything, and I had Rosie on the show afterwards, and both him and Kevin, and they're just all great guys. I just love the Blasters. There's a lot of teams out there that I like them all. I really, really do. But the guys like the Booty Boys, the guys like the Blasters, some of the old Ironmen, the old CP guys. These guys are all extremely special people, and 99% of them work very, very hard for that.
Oh yeah, but you know what? I don't even think they do it because they're working hard for it. I think they do it because they just do it, and
they love it. Yeah, it's hey, isn't this our shirt? What's that saying about them?
Yeah.
Passion drives us. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what I think drives people like myself, people like you, a lot of people that are in the sport. Like Andy Starrett. He's got the I'll Remember Foundation. Passion drives him to go do that.
Yep. It's above your head.
Yeah, I knew that.
It's like a halo.
Correct way. Yeah, I know it. But I didn't want to do that. It's embarrassing to put the halo up there like that. I look a little better like that, actually.
Actually, when you leaned over like that, you had the Herman halo. It's like all red.
Oh, did I?
Herman. No, the other way.
Yeah, there you go. I gotta love it. Yeah, so Robert Hansen's watching too. Robert Hansen's another one of those guys. When I do my show, I hate to keep mentioning these people when they pop up, and I'm not trying to blow smoke up their butt or anything like that. It just is. It's so appreciative to see the same names every week.
I'd like to see more names.
I see quite a few. I'm very, very happy, and yes, everybody would like to see more. Steve, that's more is always better. Period. But when you get the people that are, I won't call it a clique, but they're just they're passionate about the sport, and I got to tell you, I just find them very loyal. to
absolutely.
not just watching our shows, but loyal to the sport to get on there and do something like that, you know.
Amen to that. By the way, Chica, thank you so much. I love that Automag. I call it the Beast. Fred, you know I bought that for $40, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So I've spent 3 times more in shipping on that Beast than I have in actually investing into the gun.
Yep.
3 times more in shipping, sending it across the border, getting Tim Glavin of Airgun Designs to work on it. Like,
yeah.
3 times more in shipping than I did to paying for the gun itself.
I'll tell you a good one. You know, my original Automag, the one that I had to start with, I took my wife to Wisconsin Dells when we went on a boat trip, and I left everything in the car, and we came back, and they had ripped off the entire car. I mean, absolutely everything that we had, all my paintball equipment, all my wife's jewelry, which I made her leave there so she wouldn't lose it in the water. And anyhow, years later, Freddie the ref, Freddie Valente, called me up and he goes, Fred, I just got a call from somebody up in Canada that said that your Automag showed up there. And it did. Some girl bought it at a garage sale, and she put it online asking, does anybody know about an Automag owned by Fred Schultz? And it was my old Automag. And so I got a hold of her I was going to buy it back from her, but she didn't want to sell it. So I just told her to enjoy it. But that's where it is. My original mag is up there. And then this is the last one that I ever played paintball with.
Nice.
That's my last mag. My old Air America tank.
Now now do you know, just so you know, by the way, you can now get a little block that goes inside the chamber so that you can screw autococker barrels into that Automag.
Yeah, yep, exactly right. Yeah, I knew about that. But I like the barrel. This is an old J&J barrel, which I still have a few of because J&J used to
bore it out,
me.
get it freak board.
Yeah.
Get the gun rocking again.
Yeah, I got to tell you, J&J barrels still rock. They're pretty good.
Well,
you know?
yes, but
probably
the
paint size
too wide.
is just the paint size just changes it up. But
So,
there's a little piece that Bill Bailey has that you can slide in the end of it, and it takes care of that.
Right. Well, it
does. It works really good.
This is called a step, and that's okay, but it only lasts so long, right? But if
this is about this long, Steve, and it slides in the back part of the barrel. It's pretty cool. It's just you just slide it in. He's got, and it's like like the barrels now. You can put the different size barrels inside your barrel.
Right.
This is just a little short piece that goes inside the old barrels, the old style barrels, and it just slides right in there, and it takes it down so that you can shoot the different size paintballs that you have now.
I'd have to see that because I don't know how you wouldn't blow it through your gun.
It works perfect. Let me tell you. Yeah, I was amazed when he showed it to me too. But Bill Bailey's got everything. He's another one of them guys that has a traveling museum too. It's pretty cool.
Now, I personally won't be at Monte Casino in September. As much as I would love to. I have to, when I come back to Canada, I have to stay here for 2 weeks before I'm allowed to leave again.
Jeez. Wow.
And so it's like 10 days. So it's not physically possible. But
well, it is what it is. But I'll get to hook up with you at World Cup.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Are you going to Chicago ICPL?
No. That's at Rennick's Field, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, Rennick Miller. Yeah.
But
yeah, no, I don't think I'll go do that. But I am going to go to the World Cup though. So.
Well, because Kevin Donaldson invited me to play for Master Blasters if I can make it to Chicago.
Oh, there you go. Cool.
So maybe.
Right on. Yeah, there
that
you
would
go.
be. And then World Cup, and then after that, I don't know. Speaking of paintball news, the Living Legends, Dreaded Legends in Hawaii is February.
I'm doing that one. Yep, I'm doing that one.
If I can find a way to get there, I will.
Yeah, Hannah's been all over me because I was going to do the one last year.
Yeah,
and
me too.
Then I was going to do the one this year they had in South Carolina, but I couldn't do it because it was the same time as the Woods Ball tournament, and
yeah, but that was Living Legends.
Yeah, it was. But I always support Kevin, and I went there and I played in Woods Ball on the exact same field that I played 30 years ago. and it was. I mean, they made it feel a little smaller. Last time I played it 30 years ago, you just about had to take a car to get to the other flag station.
I heard you still were taking cars to get to the other flag stations.
Didn't
the band have your own golf cart?
Fred Schultz had a golf cart. Yes, it was. I told Kevin, I said, hey, give me a golf cart. And he goes, they're a couple $100. I said, I don't care. Give me a golf cart. And I get there and I go, hey, let me pay you for this thing. He goes, no, it's on us, buddy. So he gave me the golf cart. So I had a golf cart. I was running back and forth all the time with that. I had a pretty good time with it. And then when I go home, when I go to my motel at night, I take the key. I'd park it and take the key so nobody could take it. So it was pretty fun. I had a great time.
Kenny, are you going to be in Hawaii?
Kenny will be at the Monte Casino.
Right, but he just says we'll be in Hawaii playing in February.
Oh, cool. I absolutely love it. Yeah, Hanu, I promised Hanu for sure. DJ Fox, that I would be there for sure. And I promised my wife last year. I said, yeah, I go to Hawaii. I'm going to go play paintball. She's like, oh, yeah. And it took me like 3 days to get up the nerve to go, you know what, they canceled it. So, but this year they're not going to cancel. Well, next year actually now, but
right,
they're not going to cancel it. So he said everything's a go, and I'm looking forward to it big time.
Yeah, if I can make it, I'm going to try to figure out a way.
And Chica said something about Decay of Nations is next month. You know which one that is?
A little bit. You know what? I think that life would be better for me if there was some sort of a news show for paintball.
Yeah, that's funny.
So I could keep this in track.
It just runs through my mind, and I'm sitting here thinking, give Steve a second, see if he's thinking about it. And boom, you say it. It's so cool. I love it. Yeah. Well, I don't know about that, man. You got inside my mind. You'd be crying like a little girl. You go, oh, no.
Well, that explains the nightmares.
Yeah. Oh, the nightmares wouldn't go away. So, well, we burned an hour, buddy.
Yeah. Now, your shows have an hour limit. Mine don't have a limit. But if you want me to let you go.
I try to keep them at an hour, but you know what happens is sometimes you get somebody on and the hour just kind of goes out the door. So my shows it's supposed to be an hour, but they run about an hour and 20 minutes.
You know, they would probably be a lot more enjoyable if the first 30 wasn't monologue and you got straight to the show.
I love it. I deserve that, but I love it. It's fine.
it's just like
I just got to mention these people. At the beginning of my show, everybody, I mentioned all the old guys that really worked their butts off to make paintball what it is today. You have to really be back in the day to see how it was, how when we traveled and everybody's going, oh man, war games. Oh, you guys are bad. We had to work through all of that stuff.
Yes, we did.
It was not easy. Well, these guys are manufacturers, but these manufacturers took hits all the time. And then these guys put out tons and tons of cash, sponsoring teams, sponsoring events, trying to build everything up. That's why I mention these guys every week. And I will be loyal to them until I'm not doing this anymore. Yeah, because I think that much of all of them. And I know you do too, Steve.
I totally get that.
Yeah,
and like,
yeah, but, I know you want me to cut it up, but
well, it's just when you tune in for a show, there's like supposed to be a story. You know what I mean?
It is a story. It's the story of me telling all about the old people. Quick.
You know what you got to do? You got to use that ticker across the bottom. Big shout out, because you can change the banner as you go, right?
Well, I do change the banner every week. I put on who my guests are. That's what runs on the banner.
And speaking of when you put the guests on and stuff, when you put me on the list, that's not how you spell my name, right?
Yes, it is.
That's how you spell your name. It's not how I spell my name.
It's Steve Mick G.
There's no Mick in my name.
There's no Mick.
There's no Mick. It's just Maguire.
Yeah, that's what I put, don't I?
No.
I'll look it up later.
It's all good. I'm just busting your balls, but it's still
that's
wrong.
Fine, because I butcher everybody's name. I mean, I don't know if you've ever heard me say people's names. Before I say it, I start sweating profusely because I know I'm going to blow it. And I stand to reason. So I don't make one person feel bad because I blow just about everybody else's name. It's just how I am. I'm not.
Well, as long as only the names you're blowing.
So much for the family show. Oh,
You know what my theory with regards to family shows is this is a paintball show. If you
it
go to a
is.
paintball field, there is going to be a certain amount of less
There
than
is,
appropriate
and,
content.
we keep it fairly clean too.
Yes.
We don't get obscene. You going like this all the time. You look like you're holding the Jolly Green Giant. But yeah, and I won't tell you where.
And it
But
just went green.
yeah, that's what it is. And somebody said, cannot wait to be on this podcast one day. Who would that be?
I am guessing that is Kieran from Denver. Really cool dude. You might have seen pictures. He has it's something Williams. It falls under the autism spectrum.
Okay.
And he was just gifted a solid gold Lux with a matching Spire hopper and the whole bit. And I am going to have him live when I'm in Denver. And so when we're at the autism event and whatnot, I'm thinking that's who that is.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. Well, you know what? We're going to next week. I know it.
Well, that's the first day he met me. He was humping my leg.
Robert Hanson. I love it. He watches my show all the time too. That's what I mean about these people. They're great. But I'm going to do a show. Not tomorrow, but next week I'm going to do a show on the Monte Casino thing. Now you're going to be in Denver next week, right? Maybe I should pull you up, and if you can't go, maybe you can just sit and talk with us.
Okay, I'm going to be in Denver next week, and I'm going to be live from Andy Starrett's basement, and so I'm going to have all the Andy Starrett's posts and stuff. But I'm still doing a show. But yeah,
well, this is Tuesday night.
Yeah, I can probably set something up so that Andy and I are together, and we'll just invade the show.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Very, very cool.
Yeah,
because Monte Casino, I want to find out who's all going there from the band, and then David Bell and Gino, they texted me today, say that they're going to be there.
Oh, Gino's is definitely going. That's awesome.
Yeah, Gino's going. David Bell's going. I believe Dave Ruddick's going. Chip Kurtz is going. Bud Orr, Dan Colby, Tim Schloss, Bailey.
Bud and Dan are the generals, so they have to go.
Two generals, yeah, exactly right. So they'll be on. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm talking NXL. So
right.
Well, have some of the guys on tomorrow.
I really wanted to go to Monte Casino bad. Dan Colby actually messaged me not for the game last year. He was like, I know that a bunch of the guys are going to be on Bud Orr's team. Steve, will you play on my team? And I'm like, yeah, I just got to get there. He goes, oh, we'll figure something out. And COVID just.
Yeah. Well, what I had to do this year is because, Bud Orr and Dan Colby are two of my very best friends and have been for a lot of years. So I got to play on one team one day and then the other team the next day. So I'll be playing on both teams.
Yeah, I'd play on Dan's team if I were you.
I'm going to I got to play on both of them, because they're both extremely good friends of mine. I can't pull no punches. I'll play on Dan's team one day and I'll play on Bud's team the next. So yeah, it is what it is. As long as I get to go out and play paintball.
Yep.
I'm ready for it. So.
All right, my friend. Well, we probably should shut this down.
Yep. Sounds good.
Any parting words?
I just want to, first of all, I want to thank you for having me on tonight, Steve. That's pretty cool. I enjoyed the hell out of it. I want to thank everybody that chimed in tonight and tuned in to us and watched us. I thought that was pretty cool also. And, if you get a chance, jump online and, tell us what you think about Steve and I doing a news show every week. Not to interfere with either one of our shows that we do now. Those stand tall and they stay the same. But, something different that Steve and I can put together and, maybe be a little informative, maybe be a little entertaining, maybe do it. All right?
Yep.
All right. So tomorrow night, Flagpole Productions, we're going to talk NXL. Again, Steve, I appreciate very much you having me on. Remember, everybody out there, please play hard, play safe, play fair. Get out there and play paintball.
Somebody voted for the fully clothed news show. All right, Fred. Talk to you later. Thanks.
All right, bye, everyone.
All right, everybody. That was my show for tonight. Again, first of all, Fred, thank you again so much for being on the show. I just like hanging out with my friend. I had to do my show tonight because this time on Wednesday, I will be on a bus or two heading towards the airport to spend the night in the airport so that I can be getting ready for 3 a.m. to fly to Denver at 6 a.m. on Thursday morning, which makes putting my show on kind of difficult. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to go on last week, and I didn't want to miss another night because I'll be honest, I love doing this show. I don't do this for recognition or anything like that. I do it because I legitimately love hanging with you guys. This is my being at the paintball field without actually being at the paintball field. Like, I mean, I know that I'm not the only person out there that can't play every weekend or whatnot, but they miss their friends and they miss their family. And it's just, I legitimately love doing this show, and I will continue doing this show this way for as long as I can, just because I like hanging with you guys. And it's really cool to have guests like Fred and stuff on. Like, it's, how do you not love it? So in any case, as for next week, because I'm going to be in Denver, I will be going live from Andy Starrett. Or Jane Starrett's place. So we're going to be doing some fun shows. It's going to be completely different. And I have no idea what we're going to do. Andy and I will figure something out when we get there. I will be live from Dynamic Paintball, which is Big Mike O'Lear's field out in Aurora, just off, I want to say just east or west of Denver, but I have no clue. I just know there's Denver and then there's Aurora, and then anyway, we'll be doing some live stuff from his autism event to help support, well, autism, obviously. And then after that, my show. And then the following weekend, I am going to be doing some stuff with the Allie Remembered Foundation. Make sure you go to the Allie Remembered Foundation Facebook page, and we'll be going live for that. And we're going to be doing a motorcycle run through the Rocky Mountains. It has nothing to do with paintball at all. This is the Punishers Law Enforcement Motorcycle Club is doing a ride for domestic violence, and I'm going to be rolling with them in support and taking pictures, and we're just going to be having a blast. So I can't wait to do that. So swing by, check out. I'll maybe post a little bit of stuff on my personal page a little bit, but because it's not paintball related, probably not going to be in that neighborhood. But if you're interested, reach out to me. I'll make sure I share links. All right, guys. In the meantime, as always, keep your paint dry and play with passion, everybody. I'll see you in a few days. Ciao.